Shrinking the house. It's been a while here, a week. Just don't feel motivated as of late. It's tough, guys, right? I don't have something here to talk about. Just want to do it my way. I don't want to be redundant. I don't want to copy. I don't want to be a YouTube audio parrot. It's basically what it is. And it's very simple. Anyone that's been doing this hobby for long enough can start a channel and start reviewing equipment. It's easy, but to talk about it and to bring up the truth about, there are negative factors to this hobby. And it can be actually devastating to people with certain personalities. And I'll always share it again. No one's willing to talk about the dark side. They just want views. That's it. I care about people's well-being and mental health. And I know there's people really suffering out there. They just can't stop. It's got nothing to do with audio at all. It's an addiction. It's to fill that void inside, Because guess what, guys? As the header says, regardless of the cost of it, it could be $1 trillion. All materials, that's all they are, is materials. They hold no substance and no weight for internal happiness. I love saying it, man. It's just a stereo. I've had just a stereo I don't need dozens and dozens and dozens of times, right? And I kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And yes, it was very good. It sounded great. But why did I continue to go till I really looked deep inside and found out the real reason why? It's just because I wanted out of my own skin. It made me better because I didn't like how I felt deep inside, that I would try to find this happiness via materialism. Whatever it may be, man. And I just love sharing it because it took to probably my 50s to start to really realize what was going on, And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to sit in a city of this expense, how expensive it is to live here. And I know there's other expensive cities, but to have a system, even at my level, that I can enjoy music with. And yes, it's very, very simple, and I'm so happy that it is, guys. I've made many recommendations to buy the components that I own to a few people. I have not been wrong once with the Inuus recommendations, the exact model, in fact, because I know there's a sweet spot in all lineups, and I'll direct people to those sweet spots if I've in fact owned them. The Bel Canto E1X is the sweet spot of the line. They're a design company and they go way up there. I think their flagship integrated, which if you want to go by size and weight, is probably the most expensive in the world at 45,000 Canadian dollars. That big, not these big 500-700 pound amplifiers, guys. But at the end of the day, it's just a stereo. And if you're in a world of hurt, if you think that you're going to find this perfect system, because you've already gone beyond that now. It's not about that at all, and that doesn't exist anyways. So I just urge you to stop. Just stop, man. Enjoy what you got, because at the end of the day, yeah, it may be nicer and all that. You get it in, and you're blown away for a while. But once the dust settles, guys, it's just a stereo. Just like that's just a painting. That's just native art. If you want to focus on something to spend your money on, you haven't got it yet, get a home for yourself. Quit blowing your money on this crap. This ain't going to do you any good when you're old. Imagine being 70, 75 and you're told you got to move. This is the reality. This is the straight goods in your face, right? No one wants to move. I don't want to move. I hate moving. And no one can tell me today that I got to move, right? And same with my landscape business. No one can tell me I can't work. Every time a door is closed, guys, another one is open. You just got to keep that headspace going. What you send out to the universe comes back. There's some kind of divine power out there, that wants the best for me, and that ain't it. That's not it. That's just such a tiny little part. listening to music is a nice thing. I can't say that I'm a guy that sits and listens for a long time, because I don't, right? I just don't. I can't sit still for a long time. I got a lot of energy. So today's a great day. You know, I got a couple fellas out there trimming the hedges. It's taken me 20 years to get the business to this point where I can trust 2 other men to complete jobs to the uniform and to the quality that I want, right? YouTube. I make more money sitting here on the couch than a YouTuber would make in a week, in a day. Like, it's just the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Plus, social media is not healthy. It's just not healthy, man, physically or mentally. That's why I do it very sparingly. But I have my family here, you guys, the guys that not only support with the smart comments, but you actually send funds to the channel. And that, I wouldn't be doing this if it was free, because, when I put my hard invested years and experience into something, I do expect, knowledge is power. It is, and I expect something for doing it, so a little bit of something. It's never gonna be, like I say, man, the crew's out there, and it's a true deep feeling of pride of what I've built from the scratch, from the ground up, right? YouTube was easy. I just do a video and drop it, and hopefully you get views, right? But building up clientele in an actual hands-on business here, it's a whole other animal. And then you got to accumulate the best of the best for tools, just like y'all want the best of the best for stereo equipment. Well, that shit don't make any money. The tools do, right? But I'm just so glad YouTube has not become an addiction for me, because it's a hell. I like the people that step back from it and just get away, because they know that it's just toxic. It's not healthy, man. Would I like to be sitting here with 100,000 subs with my landscape business on this, going, running itself? Sure, but I know that, you only get out of life what you put into it, okay? And I pick and choose what I want to put my energy into. And I know that YouTube is not a healthy avenue for me to do so. I need to be out exerting myself, and I don't do it too much now, because it's running itself, basically. I get out there for a week, a month. But, I deserve it. I put the time in, and I'm just here to try to give a voice of reason to people that just haven't been as far down the audio road as I have. And whoever has, I don't think it, and they're still doing it, I don't think it's a good thing, because I was in real deep. I mean, my whole life, that's all it was scouring the internet. It just it holds you prisoner, right? Your freedom is gone. You're now a prisoner to something more powerful than you. You are now powerless. And I'm going to tell you the facts. You're going to need help to stop. There is an imaginary line that we cross when it comes to anything, man. Audio, gambling, food, sex, porno. The list goes on and on. Whatever it may be, anything in excess is horrible for you. And no one isn't better than the other. It's not, because to be sober and to know you're powerless is more painful than being numb, right? So, but anyways, I don't know, I haven't done a video, but this is going to be it, because, I love all you guys, the subs that I've built. I know you're watching. Some of you don't comment, but I know you're there, because I can look through now my sub list. They actually allow you to look at who is subscribed to your channel, right? I bet you there's no other audio reviewer watching my channel or giving me any support, And it's sad, because I wish them all the best, right? But I know that my purpose is to tell the truth, and audio is just a material thing. It's nothing. So I don't want to promote the disease, so to speak, because I know that it becomes that for many. and they're chasing something that doesn't exist. So the audio shrink's here for you, for that person, you know. Plus, I can direct people to make the right choices, though, that might allow them to stop and just enjoy the music. So Shrink loves you. Like and subscribe. Take care, guys. Till the next time.